Hey guys, it's ExandShadow, and welcome back to Let's Play Trauma Center New Blood. Unlike previous bonus episodes, this one is going to be post-commentary as opposed to live commentary. Unfortunately, I had done a live commentary track for this episode, but due to some Audacity fuck-ups, I am unfortunately unable to use that audio track, so I'm using the same video, but I'm recording this in post-commentary, so I'm sorry if you were really looking forward to the live commentary, but I'm not recording these two missions again, because I know I'm going to lose anyway, so why even bother? Anyway, upon beating Trauma Center New Blood, you unlock two different things. First off, you unlock Challenge 4, which we'll cover later, and second off, you unlock the first of what is of many X missions. The X missions are basically super hard versions of all of the stigma that we fought in the game proper. There's no story to these missions. They function kind of similarly to the challenge missions. You just try to beat them as fast as you can. Thing is, they're hard. I was playing the game on normal mode. X missions are even harder than hard mode, so these are for people who want a serious challenge. I have never been able to beat an X mission in any Trauma Center game. Ever. They're that hard. I usually just don't even bother. There's no real reward for doing it other than pride, so I guess that's why I don't really see the point in it. But I guess it is cool if you want to test your might or something like that. There's no shame in skipping it like I did. These games get brutal. I mean, it was made by Atlas after all, let's be honest. They're assholes about this sort of shit. But, yeah, the X missions, once you beat, you only start off with one, which is the first sort of stigma or guilt you come across in the particular game. So in this case, it's Chair. You have to beat it before you unlock the next X mission. So if you can't beat this level, you're stuck with it until you beat it. So you can't ever do Ops, for example, until you beat Chair, and you can't do whatever the fuck their other ones' names are. You can't do those until you've beaten Chair, which I guess is kind of annoying, because, you know, even if they come later on, some guilt are definitely easier than others. Like, I don't think I'd have a problem clearing X mission Soma, for example. I mean, even I could probably do that. But, for this, I don't know how I feel. I mean, I guess you really should just be able to earn it. But, part of me just sort of wants to agree that, yeah, you should just have access to all of them. This is post-game stuff. Speaking of which, there is actually a significant amount of replay value to Trauma Center New Blood, other than just these X missions and the challenge missions. There are, as I stated before, there are 3 different difficulty levels in this game: easy, medium, and hard. But the thing is that, even though I don't think most people would do a playthrough of it 3 times, in the chapter select mode, after you've beaten a mission, you get the ability to go through that mission while skipping the dialogue, which is very helpful considering how long-winded some of these missions can get. So, you can then save your score and then put it onto some online leaderboards, which is actually very awesome. There's actually some weird things to the scoring system, like in some cases getting an S rank actually makes it so that your score can't be high enough to get the highest score, or some things like that. I don't know, I've never really been too into it, but I'm always big into leaderboards because, you know, it's just sort of nice to see how you rank up with the rest of the world. I think I got, like, in the hundreds when I first played the game. I doubt that people are very super serious about the leaderboards anymore. I actually think that they've dropped the leaderboard concept for Trauma Team, which is kinda sad, I guess. I mean, it's just sort of a nice thing, I guess. I mean, it's not essential. The game doesn't Trauma Team doesn't lose a significant amount of points for skipping on the leaderboards. I kind of think it's still an amazing game. I just sort of wish that they were there, you know? If people are still being serious about the New Blood leaderboards, please let me know, because I would like to see how well they are doing, and I would like to know how incredibly incompetent I am compared to the rest of the gaming community. Anyway, yeah, Derek and Angie, the fan service trio are duo. Yeah, duo, sorry. The thing about Angie and Derek that's always sort of bothered me is that they're kind of boring characters, but for some reason Atlas made it so that they always had to focus on Derek and Angie. I mean, they've got, well, I guess technically 2 games, because Second Opinion is a remake, but they get way more attention otherwise. Like in Trauma Team, for example, New Blood gets like maybe 1 reference. And like 1 offhand reference at that. Like, I think at one point they say, the officials at Concordia Medical Institute said that we probably wouldn't be able to do this, or something bullshit like that. And Derek makes several cameos, and one of the characters from Second Opinion, Naomi Kimishima, is actually one of the main 6 in that game. So, I don't know, maybe it's just because I love New Blood so much, but I always kind of feel that it's a little ridiculous how it always gets ignored like that, you know? I don't know. Well, I guess it probably has something to do with the fact that New Blood takes place last in the Trauma Center timeline. Yeah, for those who you don't know, it's the timeline to Trauma Center is actually kind of convoluted. It's Second Opinion / Under the Knife, then Under the Knife 2, then Trauma Team, then New Blood. Yeah, it's bass-ackwards. Anyway, I should probably talk about what's going on the screen. If you've played Under the Knife or Second Opinion, you will recognize this little guy. This is Kyriaki. He's basically Chair from the first game. He's a pretty iconic staple of Trauma Center, so it's not that surprising that they'd bring him back for a little cameo appearance like this. He's pretty much the first guilt you fight in Second Opinion. So I am kind of glad that they brought back this challenge mission with the guilt, because I mean, it's not like they're that hard to bring in. I mean, the game is using the same engine as Second Opinion, so they literally just had to copy and paste the source code. It's not that hard. As when it comes to operating on it, if you've never played Second Opinion before, basically Kyriaki is kind of like Chair, but instead of being out in the open, it'll sort of hide underground in the patient's organs. What you need to do is you need to track it with the ultrasound, and then when you see its shadow, excise it with the scalpel, and then zap it with a laser. After you take out a few waves, the Queen Kyriaki will show up, and she's always accompanied by that sort of very distinctive laceration mark. You'll know it when you see it. And when you're dealing with her, it's pretty much the same deal, but she'll take 3 hits instead of just 2, and every time you hit her, she goes back underground, so you need to keep on digging for her. She's usually the one you want to take out first, but if you manage to see the smaller Kyriaki on the way, I'd recommend taking care of those too. Really, since this is the first guilt in the game, I don't think that you'll have too much trouble with her. Him. Amazing indeed. It. Whatever. Now, this is a case where the black bar of text is really getting in my way, because I don't know if you know this, but when I plug in my Dazzle to my TV, it kind of lowers the brightness a bit just because I use a splitter so that I don't have to look at my computer screen. And so because of that, the screen was already darker, and that wound was hidden behind the black text, so I couldn't see it for a while there. And that's sort of why I enjoy that Trauma Team was shifted to the, what's it called, the comic book panels. Because it just sort of made narration easier to read, and also it just made the entire thing more pleasant to the eye, I think. But anyway, back on topic, here we have the second guilt that we're going to have to deal with. This is Deftera, I think is what it's called. I'm not really sure. Anyway, this one... Oh, it is Deftera. This one always gave me trouble in Second Opinion, I'm not gonna lie. It's not like it's that hard, but I'm pretty sure the challenge level here is somewhere in between hard and X. And these guys were hard on normal, so yeah. Pain in the ass. Now, I shouldn't say that this stage was too bad, because it really wasn't. Basically, all you need to do is wait for red and blue to get together, and then you suck them up like a tumor. The thing is that once they get to the point where you can excise them, the vitals drop like a rock. See there, it went down almost halfway in only a matter of seconds. So I would take the chance after taking care of one to just take care of most of the tumors, leave a few behind, and then abuse a vital syringe like mad in order to get to a reasonable level. Things get a little bit more complicated with Deftera when there's more than one of them on the screen. Basically, you want to avoid having blue and red collide, because that results in a vitals drop, and that's generally bad. Problem is that the only way to keep them apart is to use antibiotic gel, which makes them bounce around more, which makes them harder to put together, which is just annoying and fuck this level so much. I'm not a big fan of Defterra. Anyway, yeah, I'm not trying this one again either. If you want to see me do Second Opinion, you're going to have to wait a while, because I'm not really in the mood to do that anytime soon. Anyway, this is actually about it for when it comes to Trauma Center New Blood stuff. But this has actually been one of my favorite Let's Plays, and I really hope you guys enjoyed it. So I hope you join me next time I try to do another Let's Play, but for Trauma Center New Blood, that's about it. I'm ExandShadow, and I'll see you guys later.